Okay, so here we are. I think the mount came out almost perfect. The MFDs, the HUD, everything's going on fine. Just trying to get the proper adjustments and alignments. There's one thing when I got all this stuff in that I actually had a I sent the message to, what was the name, John? I'm going to bring him up in another video next time. He helped me out a lot. On the back of the MFDs, let's take a look at it. Okay. So, on the back of the MFDs, you have a 5 volt, a 12 volt, which is blocked, so that's pretty self-explanatory. And then it says USB 3.0 HDMI. I got a little confused with that for a minute. And obviously you just have a C coming out of the front panel. That's easy. But I didn't know if it needed 5 volts plus this or just this. But anyways, come to find out, it's a 3.0 USB cable that goes into a USB powered hub. That's what he said I should get. The confusion was I have seen in the past a USB 2 HDMI, which would have been a problem with the video card and everything. And it got a little confusing. I wish they would at least send a little piece of paper to explain that, but obviously you will get no instructions on this. You'll end up having to go on the internet and look at pictures and do whatever you got to do to figure out how it goes. But I wanted to get that out there. USB 3.0 to a USB 3.0 hub. That's all you need to that. It's self-powered. In other words, the data and the power go through the same cable. So when I get this all finished, I'll be scratching my head for trying to figure out how to program it all. I'm hoping I can find somebody with a profile that's all done. That would be nice. But anyways, we'll be back when this is all over. Everybody take care. We'll see you in a bit. Peace. Okay, here we are. Got everything pretty lined up. Got a little bit of tweaking to do, but mostly lined up. Anyways, I added a couple things on. I put another bar down here. I can add the stream deck, which is on there now, and I can add a bigger stream deck or even something else off of this. You gotta love extrusion. I mean, you can just do so much with it. And over here on this side, I added a piece of 4080, threw down a plate, and I've got a little spot to put that's an Asus board. TKL 10 keyless. I know they have bigger, smaller ones. I might look at getting a little bit smaller one. You know, you're not using the keyboard a lot in the game anyways if you have some controls. Pretty happy with the way everything's looking. Gonna get it hooked up. I'm gonna program it like that guy John said. Do one MFD at a time. One MFD. As far as around the back, I haven't put all the caps on yet, but everything's in. I'm really glad he told me exactly what that USB was all about. So that's going to be about it. I'm not going to make this a long, huge video. Hey, how's everybody doing today? All right, so I'm back. I've got the panels, the HUD, everything all on the mount that I made. A couple quick things I wanted to go over. First, I'm going to go right over here. I ended up picking up a Virpil CM2, which I totally love. This thing is awesome. It has the feel that I like. The Warbird's a great bass. Actually, I've got it up for sale on that e-site there. I don't want to say the whole name. I don't even know if I can. But anyways, more than fair. I've already got people looking at it. Long story short, so the thing with this that I really wasn't into is it just has a lot of, well, I know it's moving around a lot, but it has so much wobble when you let go of it. I mean, I don't know what kind of havoc that would cause in a real plane, but I just didn't like it flopping around. I used every spring from the light, the medium, the heavy, and I bought from Virpil the extra heavy duty, and still it just bounces around a lot. So I ended up picking up, and you can see there's a difference. So I'm, quite a difference. So what I'm going to do is I have to cut the center tubing where the stick goes because of the like 1 inch difference. So I've got to get that put back in there. I'm going to do that today, get that cut. But I just like the way this feels. You push it, it pops right back in. It's not, you know, the sound effects. You like that sound? Anyways, okay, so this wasn't that hard to set up. The only thing, I don't know if anybody's ever ran into it, it kept going, and I don't know why it's doing this. I don't know if it's something in Synapse Pro that needs to be fixed, but when you, I only found a couple articles where people said it happened to them. It goes into landscape after you shut it down and start it back up. And then you have to redo your Synapse Pro. It's kind of a pain in the ass. So this morning when I got, and this is what the people said. They said after a few days it worked itself out, and it did. And it also, one of them went crooked again when I did a restart earlier. So maybe it's just got to build a memory for it. I don't know. So I just hope that they stay in one spot where they belong, because they have to be in a certain position to be able to show the displays the right way. No problem with anything else. I have all the commands. I found a site where this site legitimately had every command that goes with every button for the left, right, center, and the HUD area. So what I'm going to do is when I finish programming all that, I'm going to download each profile separately, and I'll get it up with an attachment to my YouTube channel. So if anybody wants to download it and check it out, or try to use it that has this, or even get it, because it's identical for the 18. I don't know if they had any 16s or 14 or whatever, but all I did was get the 18. And if anybody's interested, they can download it, and you can always just put it aside if you're going to use it. So over in this side of the room is where I had it before. You can see I've got some of my monitors off because I'm still squaring away stuff over here. It was just too crammed in that corner. It was like trying to stuff 10 pounds of crap into a 5-pound bag. I just couldn't deal with that, and I ended up, actually my daughter was like, Dad, why don't you try moving over here? And I was like, well, now I can use both seats again. I got my Razor seat over here, and I just have to slide this one up. It's adjustable, so I slide it up and I can get in and out of here, everything with no problem. Awesome. So the profiles will be up on my link. I'm going to get it up as soon as possible. I'll send out a little video of what I did to get that up, and hopefully it'll be soon. I ended up going over to a 4K TV. I really like it a lot. I'm almost going to end up probably getting addicted and buying 2 more of them and making sides. And people are like, dude, you're getting crazy with this thing. Nah, it's just such a fun game. So this is where I am now. I built this little stand right here with some extra stuff that I had, and I've got the holes drilled out, so if I want to move the base to the side, no problem, I can do it. I've got this vertical style mouse that works great. It's not a high-speed mouse. There's nothing special about it. It's just the way your hand falls on it in the sideways position instead of up and down. It makes it a lot easier to navigate it, and it works great. So that's where I stand with everything right now. I think it's coming along, and I'm going to edit this video up and get it out hopefully before the weekend. The Track IR works like a champ. I thought it was going to be a little bit too far away, maybe too high, but I had no problem programming it. I finally got lucky. Yeah, I got to get all this wiring back there squared away. I ended up listening to, I think it was John Self. He told me a few things, and also he told me, you know, pick up this style USB powered hub. So I grabbed one, and it was really worth it. It was a few bucks, but it was really worth it. It made life so much easier. All right, everybody. So you have a great day, great weekend that's coming up. Stay safe, and we'll see you on the next video. Peace.